So it's already I took too much drink.
Oh, jeez.
So everybody knows you, right? Do I need to introduce you?
What?
Yes, for the audience.
Okay. Give me one more minute.
It's okay. I'm gonna clear my throat.
I like that I'm recording this.
You like that you're recording
It
this?
happens all the time.
Great.
Is this thing on?
Yeah.
So you do have plenty of memory going? Hi, my name is Scott Reynolds. I'm the team leader of the Reynolds team, and I'm so excited to have Kayla Montgomery on the podcast today. She's our sales manager. So thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
So I'm back on the podcast. We had a guest host. Trevor was here for 2 episodes, who actually started the whole podcast on behalf of the team. So big shout out to Trevor for doing that and for holding down the fort while I was not here. So back to for those that don't know you, it's Kayla, you're our awesome, amazing sales manager. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I got into real estate in 2011 at one of the local luxury firms and was the marketing director for 8 years. And then the Reynolds team joined the firm, and I had always thought how much I would love to go into real estate sales, but thought, I didn't have enough support. I didn't think I could do it on my own. But then when I saw the team, I thought, they really have something going on that I think would be great for me. So then I joined as a sales associate.
And I remember doing that. It was actually as a team lead at a brokerage. Having one of the employees express interest in the team is always kind of a little bit awkward, but we worked through it, and we were very excited to have the marketing director join. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was very different. I learned a lot, and I really enjoyed it. So it was fun getting into the sales side of things.
Yeah. And then from there, you transitioned. We created an opportunity within our team as a sales manager.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved the sales side of things, but I think at heart I really am more of the teacher side of things and coach. I like helping other people succeed more than succeeding myself sometimes, I think.
Yeah, you've always done a good job in just pouring into others and helping them, and so it's been at the time, honestly, it was we were a small team, and most teams don't, even larger teams don't have a sales manager, but bringing you on to doing that, we didn't exactly have everything ironed out, but you just took the bull by the horn and really used all the resources and built out the sales management organization.
Yeah, I think we joked at the time, but I created the job description. We sat down together, and there was no job description, and I built it out.
Right.
And one of the really cool things is being part of the Tom Ferry network, we had a lot of people to go to say, hey, what does your sales manager position look like? So I think we probably took 5 or 6 of those and made what we thought would be best for the team. Right.
And it was easy to do because anytime you have really good talent, then you figure it out, and make it work out. And that was something that I really saw in Kayla of just the skill and the drive that she has. And now, how long ago was that? I lose track of time.
That was 2020.
So right around pandemic time.
Yeah.
Good time to be in.
Yeah.
So we've been doing it for 3 years. Man, God, 3 years have really blown by.
Yeah.
And I want to give you a shout out because our relationship has really grown in the management role. And Kayla, I'm not in production, and I'm in the business development and helping grow the team as far as systems and structure and a lot of things that I get to enjoy. And Kayla has really works almost like a partner in the things that I'm not good at. She's excellent at, and so then that gives me more time to do the things that I'm really good at, and then she just runs with the management of the sales from the processes all the way down. So kind of jumping into that, what are some of your I mean, I know them, but I think it's easier if you explain them, of your core responsibilities with the team.
So I would say training and coaching are the main responsibilities. And then what that looks like would be in the mornings. Every morning we do role play, so script practice. We also do trainings each week. Coming up with content and speaking at the meetings, more training content there. Also, something that we've recently implemented that's been really good is weekly accountability groups. So groups of 4 or 5, we get together once a week and mastermind and also do accountability with the agents.
The role play and the objection handling, I think a lot of people, write that off as basic, but I would say that it's actually advanced because a lot of people aren't doing it. And I relate it to sports. You see Steph Curry or LeBron James. Steph Curry will shoot hundreds of free throws and hundreds of three-pointers so that when it's game time, that's what he does. And that's a lot what role play is, so that you're not like figuring it out as you're going.
Yeah, and a lot of agents think, oh, I don't use scripts. That's not something that's for me. But everybody uses scripts every day. Even with the people that we interact with all the time, friends and family members, we're all scripted, whether we know it or not.
Yeah, parents say the same thing to children. Yeah. They don't say new stuff to their children.
Yeah, I think I say, did you brush your teeth about 500 times a day? So, that's a script.
Yeah, right. And but what comes with that is objection handling.
Right.
And like understanding how to, in real life too. So, but when you're used to saying, handling the objections, which are all an objection is a question in the consumer's mind.
Right.
It's not necessarily something that's bad. It's just a question.
Yeah, and there's not going to be any new objections that you've never heard before.
Right.
So you can practice them and know what to say so that it's just a normal conversation.
Right. So then I think one of the things that most agents don't have at other firms is the business planning that you do.
Right.
I think the way you work all the numbers and work all the way down to how many calls is important, and putting that into a plan. Just walk us through just a little summary of that.
Yeah, so when we create the business plan, it all starts with the amount of income that the agent wants to make, what they want to put in their pocket. That's the most important. What's also important is their why and why they're doing this, of course. So we do that as well. But then we reverse engineer those numbers all the way from income to how many transactions they need to have. And then we even break it down into the activities they need to do, like conversations, appointments, and we ultimately get to how many they need to do each day.
Because we have, we use some guides of what's the average agent income per deal as just a number, right?
Right.
And then you can go into how many, we have averages of how many conversations you have to have an appointment to closing. And she has a calculator via spreadsheet of how all those numbers work, and able to put it in our coaching program of where we can track it on a daily, weekly, monthly for the agent, right?
Yeah, and what's also great about that is, when they first join the team, we use those averages. But then once they've been on the team for, a certain amount of time, we can start using actual numbers. Right. So we can look at the tracked numbers and see how many new people do they need to talk to before they set an appointment. How many appointments before they get something under contract?
Because an experienced agent may have a higher conversion than an agent with, 2 to 3 years experience versus a brand new agent.
Right.
Like a brand new agent may have to have more conversations than someone that's been in the business for, 8 years or 6 years.
Right. So we can take that into account, and then we can personalize it. So that way going forward, it's true numbers that they know that's the activity they need to do to get the results.
And you help them with all the tech that we have that makes all that happen.
Yes.
We have a program that tracks the conversations where it's easy for the agent and not something like a new, something they have to do on their own.
Yeah, everything integrates. So, all of the different systems that we use, they work together. So if you put information into the CRM, it's going to go over to the tracking program.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very easy to use. You just have to use it.
Right. And it's really nice over time. We're able to really see where the breakage is in the business. And Kayla's excellent at pointing that out, where, a person that is having a lot of appointments, but not as many offers or contracts as they should. Or if they're not having enough conversations, then they're not going to have enough appointments. Mm-hmm. And we can break down, is it a conversion problem, or maybe the words that we're saying, or if it's, another resource.
Yeah, it really pinpoints, like you said, where an issue is occurring. So we can, target that and, train to help them increase their skills.
Nice. And then I also, something else that I give you a big shout out for is, we have all this accountability with the agents on the team, and then we kind of looked around all of our other departments of marketing, videography, and operations, and myself and yourself, and we didn't have a real organized operating system for the management system, and you took that on as well.
Yeah, I really like efficiency.
Yeah.
And anytime I feel like I can help something, improve something, make it more efficient, I love to do that. So, just like the business planning for the agents, the team, we do a business plan. So we have goals and we need to come up with ways to reach those. So just like an agent has their plan for the day, for the week, the month, the quarter, the team needs that as well. So that's one of the things that I really did enjoy helping.
Yeah. We had some required reading that we had within the team, the administrative team, and it was for other team leads that are out there. Traction is a really good book, and then from Traction there was another book called Rocket Fuel, and that identified, with all of us reading that, it really identified the difference between a visionary and an operator, and it really spelled out really clearly how I'm more of the visionary, which is someone that's thinking of 20 different things and maybe 3 or 4 of them stick. And then Kayla is really more of our operator within our team, where I may bring the 10 or 15 ideas to her, and she may say, let's do item 7 or 8 another year, and let's maybe we could do item 2 and 3 this year. We could try to find a way to put that into operations.
Right. Yeah. You are great at coming up with the ideas. And then sometimes, like you said, I'll say, okay, great, this is how we can do it. Or maybe let's not do that one.
Yeah. And it makes it where our leadership team has input, because so many times organizations, the team owner or the CEO or whatever organization, they'll come in and change the direction of the whole team with a new idea that they had, and it really wrecks the operations. And all this ties back a little bit to the agent quite a bit, is we want our administrative team and our operations team super efficient, because if we can be more efficient, then we're helping them with all the activities and the tools and marketing budget to be able to help drive their business.
Yeah, just on the support side of things, we really have to run a tight ship, because we have 10 administrative staff here in the office, and then we have 3 that are virtual.
Yeah.
So, we have to make sure that we are efficient to be able to help the team.
Right. And I'm, Kayla's not in production, so she's not busy with her own clients. and neither am I. So both of our jobs is helping the agents and also staff in doing what they're doing. As an agent on the team, you really have tons of resources available for any circumstances. What are some other things that those are two things that were actually it turned out to be three. What's something else that you find yourself on a daily basis helping with the agents?
Probably I think one of the most important roles that I have is being available to answer questions and help problem solve. So if someone has, they're going to a listing appointment, they have a question, they want help with a CMA, I'll gladly jump in and help.
Right.
Or they're trying to negotiate an offer. I love helping with that as well. And just any kind of questions that come up, I want to be available to answer those.
And then by Kayla being able to do that I enjoy doing it as well, but I like Kayla owning that job, but I like to be able to dabble in it. But the part that I really enjoy is like today, I got invited by one of our agents. Kathleen invited me to a listing appointment on a luxury property. And it was really nice to be able to go with her out on the listing and be able to talk more about our marketing, more about our team, but specifically it became more about the marketing efforts that we were going to do. And Kathleen was able to lead up the more details about the houses that she's been in and the homes that she's sold and how those compare to their property. And it was a really nice team approach. But if we didn't have the support, here in the office with Kayla and the rest of our team, I would not be, especially if I had my own business and had buyers and sellers I was working with directly, I would never be able to, do that with Kathleen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I think the way that our team is so efficient, if one administrative staff member is out for a day, a few days, they're on vacation, we are, a smooth operating machine where we just keep running. So.
Yeah. So, and just kind of wrapping up, what are some of the challenges that sometimes you run? I'm putting you on the spot a little bit.
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges you run into?
I would say the challenges are usually more on the accountability side.
Okay.
Yeah. So, in the business plans, everybody comes up with goals and they commit to hitting those goals. Sometimes, everybody knows how stressful the real estate industry can be. Mindset, things like that. So helping keep the agent's mindset in the right place, and then the accountability.
Helping them through some of the lows.
Yeah. And then the accountability to hitting those goals. And obviously they want it, they have reasons why, big reasons why.
Right.
So just being there to help them and remind them of their why.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that was there anything else that we missed? I really wanted to make
I don't think so.
Okay, great. We will put all of Kayla's information below so that even if you're not looking for a change, but you do have any kind of industry question, or you have any kind of questions about what we do, or if you ever want to come and see behind the scenes, our systems, our CRM, and all the things that we do to support the team, we'd be happy to open up our doors.
Yeah, and like I said, we do role play every morning at 9, so we'll be here. You don't even have to be on the team if you want to come role play with us.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one.